Hey there guys, and welcome back to Alex Invests. This is a new YouTube channel I'm starting about investment news and stock picks. So in the last video I said that I would be making one more video that describes NIO, XPEV, and Li Auto, but I realized I actually have too much information to make it into two videos, so I'm actually going to make it into three videos. This one's going to be just on NIO. If you want to see the video on XPEV and Li Auto, that's going to be the video after this one. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it here. Alright, so before we get into the actual chart for NIO, I just wanted to say a few things about the company. So first of all, NIO does not yet have its own manufacturing factory. They actually manufacture their cars through a state-backed auto group called JAC. But NIO does plan to build its own plant very soon, from what I've heard and from what I've read. They also received $1 billion from a state-backed investment fund. So they've got the full support of the Chinese government behind them. So they basically can't fail, really. They're bound to go up. And another huge thing about this company, and I read this from Autoblog, they said that NIO said that it wants to become a global brand and move into the EU and the US. And obviously when this happens, there's going to be a huge jump again in this stock. Because again, like I said earlier, with how China wants to have 20% of new car sales be EVs, the same goes for the US. They want approximately 20% of their new vehicle sales to be electric by 2025. And by 2030, the EU wants to have 5 million new car sales be EV, which represents 15% of the EU new car sales as well. So you can take that 15% and multiply it again by about 2, well, maybe a little less, because NIO won't be as prevalent in the US and the EU or in the other markets they decide to go into. But still, this just adds to their profits and their revenues going forward, really. Something else that gives them absolutely huge potential is their battery swap technology, which is also free to use, free of charge to use. And their new take on charging their cars, like they have, if you call them, they'll come and pick up your car, they'll go and charge it for you and then bring it back, like if you're at work or something. Or they even have, they're in talks of having a truck that will drive to your car, and the truck is like a charging station, and it'll charge your car and then the truck will drive off again. Obviously they'll have regular charging stations too, but their biggest thing, which no other competitor has, is their battery swap technology, which will be absolutely massive in the future. They're also one of the few EV companies right now which have self-driving technology or are very close to having self-driving technology, other than Tesla, which is obviously the main leader in the self-driving, autonomous driving vehicle space. But NIO is pretty much second because there isn't any other ones who have this technology yet. Most of them are working on it, trying to still figure it out, but NIO is pretty much second in that space. And another huge thing, and this is going back to talking about Tesla as well here, because Tesla's new Model 3, and this came out today, has 85 kilowatt hours battery as its base, right? But NIO has 100 kilowatt hours battery as its base for its new ES8 model. I believe it's the ES8. So Tesla's kilowatt hour battery is actually worse than NIO's kilowatt hour battery, which is insane because of how much newer of a company they are, and they're already ahead of the biggest industry leader in the EV market, and they're beating them. It's absolutely crazy. So you've got to keep a watch on the stock. It's going to be massive. So let's get into the stock chart now and just take a look at that for a second. All right, so here we have the month chart here for a second. So it went from $21 all the way to $43, which is a crazy run up. We've talked about this run up a bit, and we've talked about this resistance, how it just won't go down, which is insane. And if we look at the 5-day chart for a second here, right? And obviously you can't say too much for resistance on a 5-day because it's not much data, but it tried to drop below 40 here a few times and just jumped right back up instantly. You can see that here and jumped right back up. Even here it hit, $40 and then jumped right back up. So it really has a pretty good resistance level, even though this is just a 5-day chart, at around the $40 mark. So if you're looking to get into this company, like even on the daily, we're up again here, right? So if you're looking to get into this stock, I'd recommend somewhere between $38 and $40, and you are pretty fantastic. I got into this stock all the way back at right around here at $18, right around here before this run up, and it's never going to drop back down to there. I don't even think it's going to drop back to low 30s ever, really. Like it's basically up here. So if you're looking for somewhere to get in, I would say around 38, maybe $36, but I doubt you'll be able to get a price even that low. And then if we look at the EPS as well, because I think EPS is very important to look at. When this goes positive, this stock is going to jump up like crazy, and if we look at even in Q2 2020 here, the estimated EPS was negative 26 cents per share, right? Their actual was negative 0.15 cents per share. That's their actual, this is their estimate, right? So we don't have a Q3 actual EPS yet, but their estimate is negative 0.16. So if they beat that like they did in Q2, they're going to be at a positive EPS already in Q3 2020. And this stock, I'm telling you guys right now, is going to go up. So watch out for that. And if you're looking to get in, I would get in really soon and try to get in around that $40 mark if you can even, So that's going to do it for the chart analysis for NIO for today. But I did want to mention one more thing, and that is that NIO right now is trading at about 15 times projected revenues for 2020. And although that does seem high, if you look at the EV industry right now and the tech industry, they're usually trading higher than that. Like even XPeng right now is trading at 20 times projected revenues for 2020. So if you look at like that, it's actually not that high. I do still see a lot of growth potential for this stock, and I see it hitting $60, even $70 in the next, I would say, under 6 months. So it's definitely still a big buy for me. I'll be posting the video on XPeng and Li Auto tomorrow morning, so watch out for that. And other than that, that's the end of the video. So if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Maybe leave a comment to let me know how I'm doing, since these are my first videos. So bye for now.